Okay, so we're going to do some guard sweeps. Okay, just a few basic ones here. From the get-go, the one that I usually teach first to my students is just a simple hip bump sweep that you can combine in with a bent arm lock. Okay, the basics are I'm going to catch a hold of this wrist and move it out right about there, and as soon as I can get it over, I'm going to sit up and wrap around the outside of the tricep. Okay, as soon as I wrap around that tricep, okay, I can either keep a hold of this or put my hand down. It doesn't really matter which way. I'm going to raise up onto my hip off that back foot. Okay. Push off that back foot. And as I keep pushing this, I'm going to whip with this arm. And over we go.
Okay, and you know, we want to point out too, Derek, that you're not starting flat on your back. You know, that's one of the basic things. Yeah, if you're flat on your back, you're really, you know, digging a hole for yourself. You want to work off your flanks, off your hips, off your buttocks, you know. Yeah, so you want to be able to move, and everybody watching, that's a key point, to be able to have that mobility under the bottom. You know, I always preach, we were saying earlier tonight in practice, stay round. Well, here's a case where if I'm flat and elongated and linear, okay, I can't, if I'm Derek, I can't reach up and do that as well as I want to. So I've got to be able to be in position. So put yourself in position to begin with by being up on your hips, and notice how close your hips are really to Don's knees. You're not way back far from them. There's not a lot of body space there.
I don't want to be flat or way back here, because again, I'm not going to get a hold of anything. Okay? I want to be in there, ideally able to cross my feet. Okay? I don't usually do that a lot unless I'm holding the guy, but it's a good rule of thumb. If you can cross your feet, you're close enough to start attacking.
It's a good idea.
Okay? So again, we're going to get a hold of the wrist. If you can't get a hold of the wrist and pop through there, we're going to grab a hold of the wrist this way or through some gi. Okay, so we can't clear it, catch a hold there. Okay, again, foot down, come up and wrap around.
So your right foot is planted on the mat. Yeah, we want to point that out there. Good, okay.
Foot right there, okay? I'm going to bridge off, and as I bridge, this foot comes down, I pull with this arm, and then pop my hip up into it.
And that's the sweep, or that's the turn, the rollover, whatever nomenclature you want to use.
You're not hitting something and then staying there. You're just hitting something like, okay, what do I got? And you're going to the next.
Now, a lot of times you will be going for the udigarami, the bent arm lock, the arm entanglement from that position, and he senses there's trouble. He may start pulling it in, and now you can sweep him. So it's kind of a double trouble situation, and that's really why we like to teach that move. Can you show the belt line? Is a basic belt line?
Okay, so pretty similar, but I'm going to slide my knee across the belt line.
You can see that right knee is right across Don's belt, right there.
So again, I'm fairly close, but this time I'm going to roll onto my hip the way that I want to reverse them, which is that way, and I slide that knee across.
And it's important point, Derek's right foot, see how it's kind of anchored on Don's left hip. And that puts it, by doing that, it puts the shin directly across the gut, right across the belt line, and notice the left foot. And what's going to happen, he's going to sweep, and he uses his hands to sweep. Very much like a throwing technique. And we often equate these to throws from the back. In Newaza throws, ground fighting throws.
One of the important parts about that is if I am back here and I don't have good control with my hands, my feet aren't going to be able to do all the work for me. Okay? He might give a little bit, but not a lot. So when we get in here, see how I fold them in with my hands, just like I'm getting ready to throw him. The elbow drops, get a good grip on his arm, a good grip on his lapel, and then as I pull this foot that way, I push the other foot forward, and then I turn my hands. And over we go.
And just like you're steering is basically a standard sleeve and lapel grip in this particular case. And there we go. Nice. Can you demonstrate a little bit of how our approach to the butterfly guard is and what we do? So.
Sure. So the traditional butterfly. So then here's our closed guard, open guard. Okay. Butterfly guard. Okay.
Right. Both feet are jammed in, knees out, knees along the leg line, sometimes even as high as the belt. Right. And
so the idea through here is I'm keeping some distance from him, so if he's trying to pass really hard, I can control the space and keep him from grabbing a hold of me. It's also a little bit easier to get a hold of his belt or to get underneath both arms this way, okay, because I'm already sitting up. And if I can control his shoulders, I can flip him over a lot easier.
correct.
When we do this sweep, we'll usually catch across one arm, and then again, we'll use a lapel or an underhook to start the pushing motion.
So the reason we like to trap with that arm, because we are trapping his arm. Notice that your left arm is, like we always say, looping a belt or a rope around his body, and that's what we're doing. We're just trapping. Bam, it keeps him from posting out, and we really kind of kill that whole right arm and shoulder when we do this. Yeah.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll him back this way and then elevate one of my legs and push so that we roll him over here. I don't want to just try and do it straight from here because, again, he's got a good solid base. I'm not going to be able to turn him there. Okay, so I want to use my roundness, go back, and over we go.
I'll come from another angle. Stay there, and I'll come from a different angle when you set up with that butterfly guard. So it's just both feet in, both knees in, often called in judo. And you can see how he's get the grip. Okay, and just go ahead and do your sweep. And you come right over the top. So those are pretty much three basic turnovers or rollovers from the bottom or sweeps from the bottom guard position. And again,